Have you ever been in the middle of a workout, feeling tired, ready to stop, and then your favorite song comes on, and suddenly you have a major burst of energy? Kind of feels like you're able to run faster, lift harder, push out more reps. This is a phenomenon that seems all in your head, but truthfully it's not. There's actually a lot of science behind it. I've been a student athlete since I was in 6th grade, so going on 6 years now. I've also consistently trained in the gym about that same amount of time. It's okay. I've personally experienced how much of a difference music makes in my life, especially in the physical aspect about it, as it's something that's so important to me. Workouts without music often feel more exhausting. The right song often completely changes my mindset. Research supports this experience, showing that music directly influences physical performance. It has a direct impact on physical performance by improving energy, reducing fatigue, and increasing motivation and mood. One of the main ways that music affects physical performance is by improving energy and overall efficiency during exercise. When a person listens to fast, upbeat music, it stimulates the brain, often increasing heart rate, and it creates like an adrenaline-like response. This is why people often feel more energized and ready to move when music is playing. There's also a concept known as rhythmic synchronization. This is basically where the body naturally moves to the beat of the music. It's useful during things like repetitive running, swimming, even lifting, where that comes into a rhythm-like movement. This is something that I experienced as a swimmer. During practice, my coach would play music in the background. Naturally, we wouldn't really be able to hear much of it as our head was going in and out of the water. However, sometimes a song would often come on that I would really enjoy. And this is something that I found myself often doing. I would swim harder and swim faster, even just to get back to the wall for a few more seconds, just so I could hear it. This connects directly to the idea that music not only energizes the body, but also encourages more efficient and intense movement. Music also reduces what scientists call perceived exertion, or how hard an exercise feels. Even though the body is still working at the same level, the brain becomes distracted by the music instead of focusing on fatigue, heavy breathing, or muscle strain. As a result, the workouts feel easier, allowing a person to perform better without necessarily even realizing it. Another important effect of music is its ability to help individuals push through fatigue and extend endurance. During exercise, the brain constantly sends signals telling you to slow down or even stop. Music interrupts those signals by shifting attention away from discomfort and rather towards rhythm, melody, or lyrics. This distraction can delay the feeling of exhaustion and allow somebody to continue longer than they normally would. While that really is all in your head, there's also a chemical explanation behind this. Listening to music triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This creates a more positive experience during exercise and increases motivation to keep going. I also experienced this as a diver. When the right music was playing, it was typically something more upbeat or something intense. It would completely change my mindset. I would approach my dives with more energy and confidence, throwing them harder and with more commitment. More often than not, these were the dives that actually turned out better. The music didn't physically change my ability, but it changed my mindset, which then translated into improved performance. Finally, music plays a significant role in improving motivation and overall mood during physical activity. Music increases the brain's sharpness, meaning it makes a person feel more alert, energized, and mentally prepared for exercise. At the same time, it can reduce stress by lowering levels of cortisol, the hormone that's typically associated with stress. This creates a more positive mental state, which is important because mental attitude directly influences physical performance. When people feel good, they're more likely to push themselves, stay focused, and even remain just consistent. Additionally, music makes exercise more enjoyable, which increases the likelihood that someone will continue exercising over time. In conclusion, music is much more than just background noise during a workout. It has a powerful effect on both the mind and the body. It improves physical performance by increasing energy and efficiency, reduces fatigue by distracting the brain from discomfort, and boost motivation and mood through both psychological and chemical responses. Personal experiences, like pushing harder in the pool to hear a favorite song or performing better dives with the right music, reflect what science has always shown. Music has the ability to not only shape how we think about our workouts, but and just how we perform. The next time you work out, it's worth remembering that your playlist is not just background and it's not something that's just enjoyable. It's actually a powerful tool that helps you push further, perform better, and get more out of every workout.